y'all, and we are back with another video. As you can already see by the title, today we are doing another story time. My first story time was basically like how I told my mom I was pregnant and I told my family how I was pregnant. This story time will basically be about how I found out I was pregnant and what happened throughout my pregnancy. Yes, if you hear noise in the background, that is the baby. I will show her at the end of the video for the ones who do not know who my baby is. But if you're new to my channel, hello, I'm Destiny. I'm a teen mom. I don't know if I already said that or not. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know other story time like topics you want me to talk about or want me to do, and I'll be happy to do them because I do need more content for my videos. But without further ado, let's get into the video. And if you already haven't, make sure you smash that like button. Ooh. If you already haven't, make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment. I love all my people who leave a comment early, who are here first. I always reply back to them. But yeah, make sure you have your post notifications on so you're notified whenever I post a video. Yep. Okay, so boom. This all happened back in August last year, and I just got hired at Chick-fil-A. Oh my goodness, that is my first job. I've been working there for a year and I believe 5 months now. Wait, August, September, October, November, December. 5 months. It's been a year and 5 months. Oh, how time has passed. But yes, I just got hired at my job from Chick-fil-A, and I just started school as well. Of course, I was a junior. So I didn't find out I was pregnant until September 3rd, I believe. September 3rd, that's when I found out I was pregnant. I bought a pregnancy test before I went to work that day, and I took it before it was time to close. I went to the restroom and I took the test. I peed on the wrong side. How can you possibly pee on the wrong side of a pregnancy test? Like, somebody give a cookie. A cookie. A cookie. I don't know if that was offensive. I'm gonna stop. But I don't know if I'm gonna get copyrighted for that, but it was beeping. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna wait till later. Okay, that was my aunt. I didn't know she was outside booming. Okay. I forgot where I was. I'm just gonna jump off to somewhere else. Okay, so I peed on the wrong side. Yeah, I remember now. Peed on the wrong side of the pregnancy test. I don't know if this glare bothers you. I'm sorry. I don't know. It lucky bothers me, but I don't feel like taking my glasses off. Excuse me. I don't know what I'm doing right now. This is all gonna be cut out. Okay. So I peed on the wrong side of the pregnancy test. It was 2-in-1 pack. So later on the night, I used the second one. I found out I was pregnant. I was in shock. I took it before I took a shower, and I was in shock. I was just like, wow. You really done it this time. And mind you, I'm well, you don't even know me like that, but I am very much a church girl. I grew up in the church. You know, I went out there. I don't do none of that. I don't go out. I don't party. I stay at home. All I did back in the day was, like I said, back in the day, last year, was work and go to school. And that's still what I do now too. So, yeah, I wasn't really on that. I'm still not on that. If I go anywhere, it's because I go with Damari. He's like my way to anywhere. You know? I don't even know how to say it, but like, I don't know. If I do something, it's probably with Damari and Bella. So I'm going to work like that. So later on that night after I got the shower, I called Damari. I didn't have a phone. I used my brother's iPad. So I called Damari. I told him that I think I'm pregnant. I took 2 pregnancy tests. I took one wrong. Took right the first time, the second time. I took it right the second time. And he didn't believe me. He was like, it has to be somebody else. Mind you, never mind. Let me not say that part. But it was only relevant to the first person and Damari. That's all I'm saying. It's this person and Damari. But this person, the first person, I have not spoken to them since my birthday in April. I didn't find out I was pregnant till September. So it's a difference in correlation. And if I could add up the dates correctly, I got pregnant in June. Yes. That's when, put June together. And I get pregnant in September. If 1 + 1 is 2, then what day is this? I don't know how to I'm trying to keep it PG because I do know kids are on here and all that, but okay, okay, so I told him and he was like, no, it has to be the other dude's baby, and I was like, no, we had unprotected, intercourse, so I'm gonna assume it's your baby, but you were the last person I, had intercourse with. So kind of adds up to me. But I can understand from his perspective. I'm not the type of person to pick sides. I'm gonna put my shoes, I'm gonna put myself in your shoes so I can see where you're coming from, so I can understand you, so we can understand each other. You feel me? I was like, it's your baby. He, I understand he was he had that child mindset and he wasn't clicking. I don't know. It just bothered me. And he was in a whole relationship too. Let's get that straight. They were not together when me and him, were dancing. Yeah, we were dancing. They were not together. They got back together 2 weeks after that, I think, or a month after that. But he had a girlfriend and he was like, oh, what's my girlfriend gonna think and all that. And I was like, of course. I was like, just don't tell her yet. Let's be sure that I am pregnant before you get anybody worried or anything. And later on that morning, it was 11 o'clock, turning to 12, turning to 1. So we later on called her. Well, he wanted to call her, added to the call. And she asked me, she was like, are you okay? I was like, I'm straight. I tried to explain what happened. He said I was lying, basically, all that. So a couple days later, I would say, I don't remember if it was days or weeks later, I had to build the courage to talk to my mom because she is the only parent that I do have. I do not know who my father is, and I don't ever plan on meeting him because he left me. So you're lost. Corvette. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, I had to build the courage to talk to my mom. It's kind of hard to talk to my mom about certain topics, and telling your mom that you're pregnant at the age of 16 is I don't know. I've heard people, it's hard to tell your mom that you're pregnant when you're older, 30. It's still hard. I don't know. I'm not saying having a baby is a disappointment, but, it's certain stuff that as a child you're not ready for. I mean, I'm still a child today because I'm 17, but I do know better. Like, I've matured. I've forced myself to mature. So anyways, one day I walk into my mom's room, I close the door, I'm like, hey, we need to talk or whatever. We need to talk. And she was like, what's going on? Are you okay? Are you hurt? Any of that? I'm like, no. I couldn't even build the words to even like say it to her. Like, I was crying. I just bursted out crying, like just breaking down. And she was like, you're pregnant. I was like, yep. And I gave her the pregnancy test that I took, the third one I took. I gave her that one. She was like, when did you take this? How did this happen? You didn't even have a phone. So I tried to explain everything to her. And I tried to like let me stop right there. I tried to tell Damari I called Damari earlier that day and tried to tell him like, hey, can you send the phone to me while I tell my mom? And he was like, no. He blocked me after that. Let me do a disclaimer right now. Damari is a changed young dude, okay? He has changed. He has changed his ways for the better of our child and me and his relationship. He has changed. He's not a bad dude. Any dude would do that in that situation. So do not bash him for that. You bash him, but whoop your... Ooh, I wish I put my hands on you. But I love you. But don't you dare bash him. I'm not playing with you. Anyways. But for like, don't bash him. Because this is last year. Leave it last year. Obviously, if you can see from his platforms, he do take care of his child now. So, not only his child, but he also take care of the baby mama too. So, y'all can stop. And in the Q&A we did in our video, he did say, someone asked, like, how does he feel? Like, how did he felt when he left me doing my whole pregnancy by myself? He said he felt pretty bad, and he still feel bad to this day. He still feel bad. Like, don't ever think he doesn't feel bad. He feels bad. Y'all don't gotta say nothing. Just leave it, please. Please. It took me a long time to forgive him. Like, a very, very, very long time to forgive him. And that took something like deep within me because I had so much, I went through a lot in my pregnancy. But let me finish on with the story time. I just want to do that disclaimer. Please do not bash him. He is a good dude. So, like, y'all gotta chill. I need y'all be quick. Y'all be quick. Okay. So, I told my mom. We ended up going to the clinic, like, a week later, and they confirmed I was pregnant about 3 months or 2 months. We really didn't know specifically where, but they knew I was pregnant, so they confirmed it. That's all they needed was to confirm that I was pregnant, but I was 3 months pregnant. So I continued school. They gave me more hours at work. It's certain stuff I couldn't do at my job. Like, I worked in the front, so you had to pick up like 2 buckets of ice, heavy sauce containers. Like, when I say containers, like, they were like pretty big, filled with sauce and everything. Like, I couldn't pick those up. I couldn't pick up tea anymore. All I was good for was just taking orders. That's all I was good for. And I felt pretty useless at my job as well. Many people would like stare at me because I was so young. Many people like stare at me, question me, whisper, sneer me. Like, they was just rude. And there was older people too. I had to change my schools basically because, some of the teenagers there, like, weren't nice. I would say. My school really didn't have no benefits for teenagers who were in my predicament, in my situation. They didn't have like no type of benefits at all. So I transferred schools to somewhere they could give me a chance to redeem the credits that I need to graduate and to get all my benchmarks passed so I can get my diploma instead of just getting a certificate of completion. Speaking of that, I only have 1 class left and one benchmark to pass. So once I pass that, I can get my diploma and I can graduate. So it is possible to have a child in high school and still complete high school. Not complete, but graduate high school. It's not something to be ashamed of if you don't finish. You can always go back and finish, but you know, it is a goal to show that your child that no matter what obstacle comes your way, you can get through it. You can get over it. You can get past it. All of that. You succeed. You can succeed in life. That's beautiful. Okay. So once I told my mom that we got a pregnancy test, they confirmed I was 3 months pregnant. We continued to do everything else like a regular pregnancy. We had a baby shower. I had that at my church with my church family, and we had a gender reveal. I invited his family to the gender reveal and the baby shower. They didn't go. You know why they didn't go? For personal reasons, they didn't go. And that's okay. That's okay. Nobody's holding any grudges. When they didn't come, it just made me more sad that they didn't want to be part of our lives at that time. But it's understandable. It's understandable. So, the baby shower, I forgot what day it was, but it was sometime in March. Was it on the 17th? I think it was on the 7th. I had my baby shower on the 7th of March, and Isabel was born on the 19th of March. So, and my birthday is April 4th. So, them weeks be adding up. And it was quarantine around that time too. And it was spring break around that time too. That was a lot going on. Sorry, this story time is everywhere. But yeah, they didn't come to any of the things. And you know, when I was pregnant, I was like really just broken, because I was getting to the point where I thought I was like knowing myself and getting to like be more confident in my body, because I was as like a kid, I was kind of like, I wasn't chubby, I wasn't big, but you know, on the scale it just seemed like I was big, but physically I wasn't big at all. So I was getting to like lose weight and, you know, just getting to my shape and my figure. And then I got pregnant, and you know, that kind of, I ain't had no, so it was just like a stick. It's just like a stick right there. It's just like a big belly and a stick. You know, I was just a walking pregnancy lady with very little boobs, big belly, and no booty. No booty. Okay, anyways. But yeah, people were just, they criticized my body too. Like, some people were like, oh, let's hope the baby gives some booty as a joke. I'm fine with my body now. Like, baby, you can't tell me nothing now. But like, when I was younger, like, let's stop, you know, picking on these girls and not having like the figure that they need as a child. They're a child. Just because this little girl has badonkey-donk on her doesn't mean this girl will have badonkey-donk on her. Everyone has different genes, different genetics, all that. Stop comparing females together. Everyone is made differently. Everyone is made beautifully. I don't see the point in comparing it. If someone want to go out there and go buy that little booty, buy your booty, honey. If you want to go work out there for your booty, work out there for your booty. But stop comparing females and their bodies together. Like, that's not no, it's not cute. It's not nice. And it's really unattractive for you to just be comparing. Oh, I can't talk to her because her boobs are too big. I can't talk to her because she has no butt. I can't talk to her because she has no boobs. Like, what? You can't just genuinely love somebody for who they are. You can't like somebody for who they are. Personality goes a long way than looks. Anyways, yeah, so I was really broken as a teenager. People literally would like look at me and like just hug me, because if you looked into my eyes, you could just see like I was just ready to cry. My eyes are always puffy. People, you can even ask the teachers at my school, like they was like, you really had a tough pregnancy. Like, I had a lot going on. I had preeclampsia at the end of my pregnancy, which caused me to like give birth like 2 months before her due date. Not 2 months, because her due date was on my birthday, April 4th. That was not 2 months, my bad. But yeah, it just caused a lot, and I had to get a C-section too. I didn't want to give natural birth, so that was straight with me. Ain't nothing wrong with natural birth. It's nothing wrong with C-sections. You know, as long as the baby is brought into the world healthy and all that, that's okay. But I do love my C-section scar. It's beautiful. It's pretty cute. You can't even see it now. My surgeon did a good job, so you can't even see it. But Damari did ask, could he be there the day I gave birth to Isabella? Because I posted it. I was gonna be like, yeah, the baby's coming. He was like, do you want me to be there, or can I be there? I was just like, no. And that's just due to the fact, like, you can't not be there my whole pregnancy, and you know, you try to pop up now the day she's born. I mean, I didn't take that away from him. That was on both ends. But you know, I'd rather not be enraged when I see him, because that would have been the first thing. I would have been very enraged, and that's not good for me or the baby at the time. So I mean, yeah. And the reason why I don't want to have any more kids is because I don't want to go through that no more. I feel like it'll just relapse all the emotions and everything that I went through when I was pregnant. It'll just like relapse all that, and I'll just have to. That was a real deep depression. Even for a pregnant person, that was really too deep in the water. I know some people probably had it worse than me, but I couldn't. I look into adoption all the time. You know, once I'm old enough and I'm stable, Isabella will grow up with an adopted friend. Girl, boy, don't matter. I prefer a girl, so she got like a sister or something, but yeah. Now me and Damari were closer than ever. I never thought that me and his friendship would be this close. It's kind of different. But like, we're not best friends, but like we're more than friends. I don't know. But our family, we're good. You know, me, him, and our daughter, we have like, I don't know, the best family you could ever ask for, I guess. But he's stepped up a lot for a teenager. And, you know, as a dad, because, you know, his dad wasn't in his life as well, like, as often as he should have been. So he wants to, like, do better and, like, be there for his child every step of the way as she grows. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. That's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this story time. I hope it answered a lot of your questions. Yeah. On to 1, 2, 3. Bye.